As people, one of our biggest assets is information. From the minute we open our eyes into the world as babies, we are gathering information in order to make sense of the world and understand the world and how we fit into it. Since the rise of the internet, accessing information became very easy. And with AI, it became super fast because the only thing is that we need to know what to ask. And in this video, I want to challenge, what do you think information is? The common understanding of information is that we triggered automatically to be a judge. Information can be either right or wrong. In this video, I want to show you that the magic doesn't sit in us being a judge and automatically triggered to think, is this information right or wrong? But in reverse engineering, the logic, the reasoning for that information. I know what you're currently thinking. You're thinking, but information is facts. And information are not facts. Information is meaning. Information, as much as we want it to be only about facts, even if we're going to ask for historical dates, it's probably going to show us the same dates. But the perspective, the way, the meaning that we're going to give it, that is where the magic of information lies. Why? Because our ability to judge block ourselves from expanding our mind. Think about when you were at school and for the first time you learned literature and math and science and anything and music. All of that is information. We believe it's fact, but you opened your mind, you added another way of another dimension to the world, another way to see the world. And when we are starting to see information only as right or wrong, we're starting to building a cage for ourselves. Because if we understand that information is meaning and the power of information does not lie if it's right or wrong, we are opening the possibility to understand there is other things out there that we do not see. And if we want to expand our mind, if we want to do new things, if we want to create new things, what we need to do is expand our perspective, expand our mind to see other points of view. From there, if it will be yours or not, that's already just a choice, because information, which is meaning, needs to reflect who you are and how you see the world. But expanding it to see another possibility can create new dimension to a world you didn't know exist. So in order to give you an example, because in this kind of conversation, example is what we need in order for our mind to really understand what I'm saying. So let's ask ourselves a question. Is the world flat or round? Right? There is only right answers here. The world is definitely round. But, there was a time in human history when we thought the world was flat. And it took the world centuries to understand that the world is actually not flat, it's round. And those people were not stupid. They were just having limited perspective. And it took centuries for that perspective to expand. Because from the minute somebody thought that the world is round, there was a logical part to it. Whether people agreed with them or not, at that point in time, people were not even open to expand their mind, to even sit with that information for a moment. It took centuries to change collective understanding, to understand that the world was actually round. If today AI will say to you that the world is flat, and believe me, you can get AI to say it, you would say it's hallucinating, and we are all aware that AI can hallucinate, and we are supposed to be the judge. And I'm saying not. Why? Because when AI is hallucinating and telling you that the world is flat when we all know it's round, you are given a golden opportunity to reverse engineer, ask for the sources, ask why it came up to this conclusion. Because then you would understand a new perspective on the world, because it made to AI and to those person back then a sense that make them logic. They had facts to support what they're saying, whether you agree with them or not. It's a different question. But understanding, being able to see that from their perspective, that is the magic. Because when you're seeing that AI is hallucinating, think about the next time that you're going to use AI for research. Remember, it has more information than we will ever be. But if we don't know what to ask, how are we going to have access to information that we never know existed? By using those places that AI is hallucinating, we would be able to apply it here to information we never thought is possible because of the meaning, because of what we are asking. So let's go back to the example that the world became up to the world is flat. There is some kind of information that was accessed in that point in time that is not commonly used. Remember, AI is only giving us what we will resonate with because he knows us and what is commonly understood in the world. So with that direct loop in the universe, it gave you something that is not commonly known because we believe the world is round. If you use that same question, that same hole in the logic and apply it somewhere else, you would be able to expand your research, to access things you never thought is possible. So let's say I want to get recommendation from my video to hit million viewers. I would ask AI simply for that. It will give me all the recommendations that are widely accessible over the internet and used over and over again to how to get the million views videos, right? And that can work and that cannot work, but I want to expand my mind to other options out there for those 3 people that use like a crazy method to get 1 million views on their video. And they're not common, they're not what everybody's doing, but I want to do that. How do I ask for that? Simply by telling me what is not commonly used and whatever. Yes, that's one point, but I would never get to knowing that I need to ask something like that if I didn't expand my mind to new point of views. What those people, how do I find them? How do I find those 10%, 30% that made it when AI is trying to give me what he knows I resonate with, the meaning I gave up until now to information, and to what is commonly used. And that is the real power of information, not if it's right or wrong. It's understanding different point of views, is understanding the things that I never thought I would agree with and understand why that made sense from to someone. Because it was logical to that someone. And if I become a judge and I just dismiss it, I'm missing the opportunity to expand my mind. And expanding my mind is not just by the information I reach, it's how people think, is those crazy things that I call crazy idea, not understanding that information is meaning, that is where the real expansion of your mind sits. So what do you think? Information is just fact, or it's actually reverse engineering the meaning of the things we don't agree with? And with that, I'm going to tell you that for me, the real thing you can do for yourself in this day and age of AI is spending a few minutes with videos like this that sits outside the common understanding, the common tips, the common conversation of AI. So subscribe to my videos, and I will see you in the next one.